Hi students, today we are going to study distributed computing system models. Distributed computing system models can be broadly classified into 5 categories. Number 1 is mini computer model, number 2 workstation model, number 3 workstation server model, number 4 processor pool model, and number 5 hybrid model. So one by one we are going to study all these distributed computing models. Number 1 in that series is mini computer model. Now this model is a simple extension of centralized time sharing system. A distributed system based on this model consists of few mini computers as it's shown in diagram. These are mini computers, mini computer number 1, mini computer number 2 and mini computer number 3. All these are connected through a communication network, and each mini computer usually has multiple users simultaneously log on to it. Like this, see, these are the multiple terminals which are connected to mini computer. These terminals can be used by the users who are logged into that particular terminal, and that terminal is connected to mini computer. So mini computer number 1 have 3 terminals connected to it. This mini computer also 3 mini terminals are connected to it. This mini computer also have 3 terminals connected to it, and all these mini computers connected each other through this communication network. Users log into the, suppose mini computer 1, users log into mini computer 1 have access to resources stored in mini computer 2 or mini computer 3. So if a user log in through this terminal number 1 to mini computer number 1, he have access to resources stored in the mini computer 3 also, or in mini computer 2 also. So they can share the resources, and normally we use mini computer model for resource sharing. For example, information database. Information database can be stored on any mini computer, and user login through the terminal can have access to the database stored in any mini computer. Example is ARPANET. Already I have told you the early ARPANET is an example of distributed computing system which is based on mini computer model. Now next distributed computing model is workstation model. Now workstation is what? It is nothing but a single user computer, and the network of workstation is called as a workstation model. Now see in this diagram, multiple workstations are connected through the communication network LAN, okay, and the resource can be shared through this LAN from one workstation to another workstation. See, in this type of network workstation model, each workstation is equipped with its own disk, and now the issue is what? Sometimes these workstations remain idle because see, multiple workstations are there in the campus in your organization, and they are connected to the communication network. If workstation 1 remains idle, in that case we can use the CPU, because there will be a CPU wastage. So we can use the CPU of workstation 1 through the network. That is what the advantage of the workstation model. The idea behind the workstation model is that multiple workstations are connected to through the communication network, and suppose if you want to perform any job and workstation 1 is idle, so and if you are logging through the workstation 2, you can perform your job on workstation 1. That is possible. If this CPU is idle, you can use this CPU time of workstation 1 and you can done your job. That is what the idea behind the workstation model. Okay, the example of this type of workstation model is Sprite System and Xerox PARC. Now next one is workstation server model. In previous model, workstation model, we studied that it is a network of personal workstation having its own disk and local file system. There are actually two type of workstations. One is a diskless workstation and one is a disk full workstation. Now what is disk full workstation and diskless workstation? A workstation with its own local disk is usually called as a disk full workstation, and a workstation without a local disk is called as a diskless workstation. So diskless workstation have become more popular in network environment, that diskless workstation making the workstation server model more popular. than the workstation model which we studied in previous slide to build a distributed computing system. So this is how we are going to design the model, workstation server model. Workstation 1, workstation 2, workstation 3, all three are this connected through the LAN, that is what the network, and mini computer which is file server, mini computer which is database server, and mini computer which is print server. All these servers are also connected to this LAN. So you can observe that there are two type of computers are connected to workstation server model. One is a workstation and second one is a mini computer. Workstations are, we can say, they are home workstations. If you are the user and you are using your own workstation, then we will call this workstation as your home workstation. So you are logging through your home workstation to the network. At the same time, you will have different servers, mini computer servers. For example, for printing you have a print server, for database you have a database server, and for files system you have a file server. Suppose you want to do a particular job, something like printing job, or you want some data that you want to fetch from database, so you need this mini computer server. So for that task only you are going to send a request to mini computer for database server, and you will get reply, you will get response from this mini computer on your workstation. So you are using, you will have some processor that you will use for local things, but the specific task which you want from the server, for example database server, you will send request to this mini computer, and mini computer database server will respond to this workstation. This is what the actual working of the workstation server model. Okay, the example is vSystem. Now next model is processor pool model. Now what is processor pool model? Unlike the previous model where we observe that processors are assigned to the terminals, here we are not going to assign processor directly to terminal. We are going to create a pool of processors where this pool of processor will be connected to network and dumb terminals will be connected to the network. Each processor in the pool has its own memory to load and run a system program or an application program of the distributed system. So the last concept is the hybrid model. Out of 4 models described above, the workstation server model is widely used model. Why it is widely used model? Because a large number of computer users only perform simple tasks like editing a job, editing a file, or sending an email, or executing simple programs. These are the different tasks performed by simple users on the system. That's why workstation server model is ideal for this type of simple usage. However, in working environment that has a group of user or multiple user performing different job which need a massive computation, the processor pool model is more attractive and suitable. So to combine the advantages of workstation server model and processor pool models, where workstation server model we use for simple tasks and processor pool model we use for massive computations, a hybrid model can be used to build a distributed system. The processors in the pool can be allocated dynamically for computations that are too large or require several computers for execution. This hybrid model gives a guaranteed response to interactive jobs, allowing them to be more processed in the local workstation of the users. So this is what the hybrid model is. It is a combination of the advantages of workstation server model and processor pool model, and both are used for different reasons. So students, here we will stop. We have covered all 5 models of distributed computing in today's lecture. Model number 1 is mini computer model, then number 2 is workstation model, number 3 is workstation server model, number 4 is processor pool model, and last one is a hybrid model. Thank you very much.